little bit of light on the situation.
Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If it's Tuesday, it's got to be Tuesdays with Tanya, and we are back from our extended summer. Kids are back in school, and so are we. And I'm going to start us off with a recap of some major developments in the crypto world, starting with the spring in and going through. The very first one was in March. The US formally created a strategic Bitcoin reserve along with broader digital assets. So that happened in March. They made it a part of their stockpile, which was funded by government held cryptos that they had taken from people in lawsuits, criminals, however they were able to amass the crypto from people. They converted that money or those coins into their own cryptocurrency stockpile. And that marks a new era for Bitcoin and other digital assets as seen on a national reserve as a national reserve instrument like gold or oil. So heretofore, the U.S. did not have a cryptocurrency per se reserve that it owned. They changed the digital assets that were in their custody to make them a part of their reserve. And that was a big move. That kind of spearheaded a lot of the development with cryptocurrency, made other worlds or other nations, not other worlds, other nations feel more comfortable about getting into the digital era. And so we were very excited about that. Fast forward, legislation was put into place in July of 2025. We saw the landmark Genius Act that was passed into law, which required stable coins to back their currencies one to one with either the US dollar or with a similar low risk asset, say like gold. Okay. That was the first robust federal government framework to be issued for stablecoins and trades. That again, a major, major mile marker. I know we were all kind of concerned about the US government coming in and putting regulations in place, but in this case, it worked out. That bit of regulation said to us that stable coins were going to actually be stable. There's nothing worse than having a cryptocurrency and then going to cash it out and it's not liquid. That ensured that stable coins that are US based at least will have the ability to liquidate your coins whenever you need them. So they're always going to be worth the value of a dollar. That's what makes them a stable coin. So you want to think USDT, USDC. And then the fact that now every one of those coins is backed up by something. The US dollar, it's kind of like, we don't really want that. I appreciate that they said other stable assets like gold because I would prefer it be backed by gold than the US dollar because we don't know where that's quite going. So that is the big second development that happened. And the more recent development that is changing the landscape of Bitcoin is that over 150 publicly traded companies now hold close to 1 million Bitcoin in their corporate treasuries. That drastically reduced the amount of available Bitcoins available to everyday people like you or me, and on exchanges to below 15% of the usable digital currency. So that supply squeeze is going to do what I'm talking about next. We've been talking about the Bitcoin bull run and talking about the fact that it was going to run from April to October, being that time frame for every 4 years when we see the Bitcoin bull run. Well, here we are. We thought that when it capped out at 124,000, that was it. That was it. We were going to cash out. I really said 120,000, but statistics from the analytical minds that are analyzing digital currencies as a whole and Bitcoin in particular are saying that they see a extension of that window and that there is still time for Bitcoin to hit an even higher high than 124,000 a coin. What do we do with this information? We don't want to just go in and say, okay, I want to wait until it gets back to say 118,000 so that we can catch a new gain. We want to dollar cost average. And this is not financial advice. This is me. This is what I'm doing. Continuing to dollar cost average into the marketplace to be able to catch if it's every payday, if it's every time, I don't know, if you're on Social Security, every time your Social Security check, whatever that time frame is that you're going to get money, carve out a piece of it, whether it's a specific amount, if it's $5 a pay, if it's 5% of your pay, whatever your amount is, carve that out and then on a consistent basis, invest into the market so that you are dollar cost averaging instead of trying to dictate the market. And then what's going to happen, and I need you to be fully aware of this, based on the every 4-year trend. Let's say if Bitcoin doesn't do anything more than hit 124,000, and that's going to be the cap. We don't think it's going to be because of all of the institutional money coming in and grabbing up the coins and the different things that they're doing to develop the cryptocurrency market. But if it just capped out at 124,000, we know based on historical data and the trends every 4 years that $124,000 per coin amount is going to dip significantly, probably down to about $60,000 a coin. What does that mean for you? That means don't panic. So many people panic and they say, oh my gosh, we're running out of digital currency, the price is dropping, and they go and sell their coins, they sell their assets, and they've lost all of their profits. We don't want to do that. We want to hang on because we will watch and experience as you keep dollar cost averaging in. Now you are buying Bitcoin possibly at 70,000 a coin, 60,000 a coin, maybe in the 50,000s a coin. And your portfolio is going to seem to get smaller. But as you're continuing to dollar cost average in, as it makes the turn again in another 4 years, it's going to go up and down. But the next big turn will be in another 4 years. You'll be a part of that. So, number one, you may grab some coins by dollar cost averaging over the next few months so that something that you got today is going to increase over, say, the 3 months until October. You may say, hey, I have a plan. I need to turn $5,000 into X amount of dollars, and I'm going to start now to go ahead and prepare, get the cryptocurrency now to let it hit its peak and the potential peak in October, then cash out. But for your portfolio as a whole, you're going to let that stay in and ride, or at least I am. As the value of Bitcoin goes down, I will continue to dollar cost average, to continue to buy crypto every week. All right. And as it's coming back up, we will again realize the gains. If you are of the mindset that I am of hodling, that's holding on for dear life. I'm of that mindset because, as you know, I missed Bitcoin when it was 10 cents a coin because I got bad advice. I bought my first Bitcoin when it was $800 a coin, and then I sold it at $1,200 a coin because it was an amazing return on investment for me. If I had got Bitcoin at 10 cents a coin and now it's 124,000. If I had got Bitcoin at $800 and kept it until it reached 124,000, life would look a lot different right now, right? And so instead of saying, if I wish I would have, now we get to execute and hold on to this HODL mindset and then plan for it. If we want to have a 4-year stretch, 8-year stretch, 12-year stretch, whatever that time frame is, so that you can plan to turn your money into something meaningful. If you want to buy another property, you want to buy another vehicle and pay cash for it, you want to put money into an IUL, an insurance policy, and let that start running to pay for retirement. You have options, and you did it with your profits, not from your paycheck. So that is our recap for this summer of 2025, what's been going on with crypto. Super excited to be back in the runnings and watching everything that's going to happen with digital currency and sharing it with you here on a weekly basis with updates and tips on how you get to implement this information. And I want to share something that's really special. I did a series earlier this year talking about real world assets and really honing into making sure that we are buying coins and getting things that are turning into real world assets, not meme coins, things that are going to be of value, things that are changing. Let's say a Hilton hotel being tokenized, we're able to buy a piece of that Hilton hotel instead of needing to be an accredited investor. And here is one of the projects I'm going to say do not invest right now. And I want you to hold off because they're still in development stages. But here's an idea of what a real world asset could look like on a investment, on an investment that is in the making. And so I'm going to share my screen so you can see one company and how they're putting together their project on their real world asset. Let me see here. And I thought this was so exciting. I couldn't wait to share it with you guys. All right. Can you see a little movie screen?
It's coming
Thumbs
up.
up. You can see it, Ronnie?
I see the makings of a screen. It's
Hi,
just white right
everyone.
now.
My name is Kcoin.
And
Oh,
I'm
now I see it.
Kcoin Cash.
Together, you can find us at kcoins.com.
Whether you are brand new to the digital token market, a dabbler in cryptocurrency, or a seasoned trader,
We've got you covered.
a digital token represents an asset that has been tokenized. What kind of asset, you ask? Well, take for instance Music City, Cayman Islands, the Caribbean's first full entertainment district being built at the cruise port of Georgetown, Grand Cayman. Music City, Cayman Islands will feature an amazing arena with innovative sound, lighting, AI, and holographic technology, hockey, basketball, concerts, and more. Right next door, a Universal Music Hotel that is not only luxurious with ocean views, but features a 2,500-seat amphitheater built right in. Popular waterfront restaurants, all of your favorite retail, and incredible residences right on the water.
Kcoin is a security token that represents an equity investment in Music City, Cayman. Ownership of Kcoin offers qualified investors a percentage of potential dividends, as well as designated voting rights on events and shows. You become an actual stakeholder in the financial success of Music City, Cayman.
Kcoin Cash is a utility token built on the Binance Smart Chain network. It is designed for everyday transactions, offering rewards and exclusive services. Book a Caribbean cruise or a room at our luxurious U-Music Hotel. How about concert tickets? While dining at one of our incredible restaurants, or maybe just picking up an I Love Cayman t-shirt. Whatever you're doing, do it with me, Kcoin Cash. Just tap your phone and go. Buy Kcoin Cash at discount rates using our QR code. You can scan the QR code on our website, on a cruise ship, in the hotel, arena, or various other locations throughout the Music City Cayman Entertainment District.
Let's talk Bitcoin. In 2010, Bitcoin was selling to the general public at 30 cents a coin. In 2011, the first known crypto retail transaction took place when a man bought a pizza for 30 Bitcoins. In 2025, a single Bitcoin is now worth over 100,000 US dollars. 30 coins, $3 million. That is one expensive pizza. Don't miss the boat on Kcoin. Bitcoin was an ideology that opened the world's eyes to a new way forward. Kcoin is the next generation of investment with the backing of real assets. Music City, Cayman Islands will be built from the proceeds of Kcoin sales. As the construction of each asset is completed, the value of the coin will increase, resulting in more revenues, more acquisitions, and in turn, more construction. For Kcoin investors, it's a win-win. Your net worth will continue to rise in value, and your annual dividends will increase year over year.
Imagine buying me, Kcoin Cash at a discounted rate. Then, while you're in the Cayman Islands, you dine in one of our many fine restaurants before going to a U2 concert or a UFC fight. When the night is over, you lie your head comfortably in a luxurious suite at the fabulous U Music Hotel. And you paid for it all with me. K-Coin Cash, right from your phone.
Hey, don't forget about me. Remember your original investment in K-Coin? That investment was an equity purchase. It means that the money spent by over 3 million visitors annually to Music City Cayman on concert tickets, restaurants, hotel rooms, and more comes right back to you. You own a piece of it all.
K-Coin and K-Coin Cash will lead.
So again, just don't invest in anything yet, but I wanted to share just that mind-blowing concept. So excited that someone is really executing. They're in the very early stages of development, and it's what I've been preaching from the rooftops about all year, especially on the real world assets series that I did. And you can go back and watch those videos. They are definitely in the inner circle in the recordings, but so excited to see everything that's happening with crypto. Excited to have this family and community that's also interested. And we will be here every Tuesday throughout the year, going over more updates. I have so much to share, so many lessons about crypto that I want to share with you guys, and events that I will be attending. So I will be able to come back and share what's happened at those events and what's going on with various cryptocurrencies. We got a couple minutes before this timer shuts off. Any questions for me? And hey, Sean, welcome back. No questions, no questions.
Okay. I think he's on mute, but
Yeah,
oh,
he's
oh,
typing.
there
He
he
said
is.
hi. Yeah. Well, awesome, guys. I will have the recording. Yeah,
Hmm.
I am really excited to see their development and watch to see what happens, because if they really get some solid traction, hey, baby, I will definitely be sharing more with you guys and saying, okay, now this is the time to strike. But again, just being cautiously optimistic and waiting to make sure they hit some basic mile markers that make this a project that's really going to happen. But if we continue to see opportunities like that all over the world, and that is the way that cryptocurrency is heading into real world assets. So every single industry that you can think of, every single piece of real estate, every real estate mogul is going to be looking to tokenize their properties, their assets, as soon as they get a real concept that works and they can follow someone's plan. Go ahead, Rodney.
Okay, so I see on my Coinbase app that they're keep asking me about me and taxes. Is this something? I mean, I know Uncle Sam has got to get his cut, but have you been running into people, or maybe even you, with regards to saying, "Oh, well, what is your tax status?"
Yes. So when there is a withdrawal of a profit of more than $600 on a centralized platform that is in the United States, the US government has their hand out wanting their share of taxes. There was some talk about not taxing US based crypto, so people whose headquarters are in the US. Um, but there's been a lot of talk. And so until everything's in writing, and I'm going to say in writing and makes it through a couple administrations, we don't know. The next administration can come in and change the rules and say, no, we're taxing all cryptos. And so we don't quite know yet. But yes, after you make a withdrawal from a US based exchange and the profit, your return on investment is more than $600, that is when it becomes a taxable event. So if you had 1,000 in there and their return on investment, you got 1,600, then they're going to want their taxes on the $600.
So I have to follow through on that.
Yes, they actually, I think on Coinbase you have until November, maybe October to put in your information before they won't let you access the platform again. On
They'll do that.
the regular Coinbase, not Coinbase Wallet. That is a DeFi platform. But the
Okay.
regular Coinbase, yes, they're trying to make sure that they stay compliant with the US government after the long fights that they've had with them. They're saying, okay, we concede, we're going to do our part.
Okay. Oh, good to know.
Yeah. All right, guys, this screen is going to cut off. So it was great to see you back from the summer, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Reach out to me if you have questions in the interim.
I'll send you an email.
All right, bye-bye.
Take care.